Hi, this is Dave Bennett inside the Software Installer tool. It is October 8th, 2016, and I'm going to go through the next tool. So that's going to be create a portable panel, okay? This is a really cool tool, all right? Anything you have access to, you can basically download, what do I want to say? You can download software, okay? And this would be kind of the concept, okay? Here's the concept. There will be a website like domain.com, and it's got stuff in it, who knows what. But it might have a particular folder, like, who knows, forum, okay? Or in our case, what would it be? You know, Chicago-plumbers, or roofers, rather, okay? And that would be like by the subdomain, right? So, okay. Now, that means that the folder itself has all the files inside of it. So there's a subdomain, which is pointing here, of course, to the related folder. Inside there are all those files, right? File 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Now, if you were to take that thing, you could zip it up, and that would turn it into, you know, chicago-roofers.zip would be the idea, okay? Now, if you download that, or in our case, actually download it into your file repository in some folder that you want to have. Like, let's say we're going to have an automatic or auto transfers folder, okay? Because we're going to transfer it. We're downloading it from one place. Why? So we can upload it to another, okay? Now, again, as we know, the zip files by themselves are one thing. But say there's a SQL file that goes with it. You know, advanced software kind of has to use a database, right? For variable information, logons, data. So while we're at it, okay, getting the files, we need to get the database. Okay, so if we know the database name, which very, very often, again, is connection.php, but it could be anything. You can type anything in here, you know, database, whatever it is. Okay, let me just go back to connection.com. Okay, or rather connection.php. Okay, then what? Then inside this stack of files, there was this connection.php somewhere. Okay, in that level of the folder. Okay, the top level of that folder. Okay, this is the assumption. So the system's going to look for that, and if it finds it, right, it will look up the database name, user, and password in order to go into the database and export the SQL file. Okay. Now it's going to export it from that database with the user and the password. Okay. But once it's exported, it is a standalone SQL file. Okay. It can be imported into any other database, no matter what its name is, no matter who the user is with the password. Okay. That's how SQL files work. They're transferable. Anyway, what does that mean? That means that we can literally download an entire software. We can download the files, .zip, organized, as well as this SQL file. My wireless keyboard, I think, is running low on battery. And between those two, we have something that we can upload somewhere else. Now, if we try to download these, we got to download them in an organized way. Like, again, we're going to want to put them in a folder in our repository. That's where it downloads to, by the way, your repository. That way you can immediately turn around and use it some other way. Okay. So then when you have them, you're going to install them somewhere else. Now, I'll give you an example how that works, because we're going to need access to two websites to pull this off. The source, where the stuff is in the first place, plus once it's in our file repository, it's sitting there waiting. Okay. And whenever we have a website to install it to, great, then we can upload it. We can install it to the website. So watch this. Let us say this, theme to HTML.com. I'm just going to show you what I mean. Let me go down to the templates, okay? Because your life is going to be a lot like this when you have all these templates. They're going to be there, and you're going to be able to create variations and save your work with different names and in different ways to use for different projects as well. Okay, you ready? We've got this one, for example, eOutdoors 1, expect the unexpected. If I check out the demo, I'm going to find I really like this thing maybe. Okay, really, really cool, and it's on a subdomain called survival. Okay, if I scroll down, take a look at this. Take a look at how cool the work is that went into this. It's really something else. Okay, and then you've got your stuff. Okay, and you keep going, and then we've got this really cool effect. Okay, if you watch, it's just neat. All right, let me watch again. Really cool here. Okay, and then we've got this bit about what's in our survival backpack. Okay, and by the way, this website, again, the structure of this website has been used for completely and utterly different things. All right, any kind of industry, right? It's a really, really cool template. And of course, it does have an administrator panel, okay? And you would be able to log into it and take a look. And there's a great deal happening here that's worth seeing. It has very, very many controls. It's really awesome. These are all of those individual images that are moving up at different speeds, okay? That multi-parallax effect. So it's really a lot of cool stuff. And then you can go to the typography, fonts, colors, different groups of controls for the whole thing. You want to go from all blue to all yellow or purple or anything like that. There you go. Really awesome, isn't it? I'd love to have this as a really nice template to work with. Well, that's the whole point. So let's say you had access to the source website, and we're going to put it on, let's say we're going to put it right in the root of our destination website, which right now has nothing on it. I got everything off so that we can just see this pretty clearly. Okay, so that's what I want to do. I want to pull this down as a full template with panel that works, and I want to put it up somewhere else. Okay, so watch. That's the whole purpose of Create a Portable Panel, is to pull down things that are built already that you don't have yet but you want. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to go to the source website in this case, okay, theme2html.com. Because I have access to it, I can log into it. I can look up the subdomain I want. Guess what the subdomain is? Outdoors, right? And where is it? Sometimes you got to look around before you find what you're looking for. Was it outdoors? I think it was outdoors. Huh. And here I thought it was right there. What was it called, man? View. Oh, survival, of course. Duh. Here I am looking for outdoors, and the thing is survival. All right, that explains everything. Survival. Turv. Ah, there it is. Bam. All right, there we go. Now, I know the connection file name is going to be that, right? Probably. I'm going to put it here in my directory, in my file repository. Where? I'm going to put it in some folder I created in my file repository specifically for this kind of thing. So earlier in my file repository, I just went and created a folder. Remember, real fast too, by the way, let me right click and open in a new tab so I don't lose my spot. If you go to create a folder, and you can do that, you can give it a name, do not have a dash in there. So I created auto-transfers, okay? Boom, and that gave me that directory to choose from my drop-down list, okay? Do not have a space or it will break the whole thing, okay? Just keep that in mind, okay? All right, having said that, let's get back to our work. So I'm going to put it there. And so what am I saying? Literally, I'm saying create this backup for me. And that's literally the idea. Create the full working backup for me. From here into here. Do it. So it's doing it. Okay? And again, I want the files and I want the SQL database. I want a whole working version. And sure enough, it's telling me I got it. All right, database exported as, and I can kind of recognize the name. It's got like a date timestamp or so, well, some random number of date timestamp, or I forget what this is. .SQL, okay, so that's survival SQL file. And then the zip file is created as survival zip file. That's with all the files themselves, right? So I've got the zip file and the SQL file. Isn't that cool? So Cool. Now what am I going to do? I'm going to upload it right here. And again, I took the backup. Now, just so you can see it, if I go to the file repository, I can go to my auto transfers folder, and I've got different things in here. But this is it. The survival, the zip file, and the SQL file. Okay, that's it. So when we install, those are what we needed. Ready? Individual installation. Where's my emoji samples? Okay. No subdomain in this case. I just want to put it in the root. Give me a random database. Let's go to the repository. Get the zip file for survival and the SQL file for survival. And password. And security key. I don't have one, so I won't be able to update the software, but I can get it the way it is. Okay. Just like that. Okay. I didn't add a subdomain. I realize that. And yeah, I mean, it's neat because how hard was it? I didn't need to create a subdomain. No, there was no subdomain creation step. And then there's the website, database user, all the other steps are done, right? And we did not need to do any kind of database rules or file rules, right? Okay, there you have it. So let's go see what this thing looks like. Did it work? You know? It's right here. All of it, right? Everything. All of it. Just like that. How hard was it to download something? So what do you normally think this means? This means you do work on different templates to create different variations for different purposes. You get it all done. It's all set. And now you want to sell it or rent it or put it on other websites with or without modifications to it, right? Or you're going to get resellers who want to sell the exact same thing and they need it the exact same thing but on their website, right? To be resellers, and that's one way to go. Okay, so the coolest part was being able to move this thing over to create a backup and then move it over, right? Should I do one more just to be like, really clear and make sure you guys saw how we did that? What might we want? Is there a real estate thing in here? A homes one, real estate, sure. Okay, ready? Just real fast, how long does this take? Somebody goes, I want it. I go, oh, okay. Here we go. A homes one being the subdomain. So actually, I got to find out what that is. Okay, real estate, real-estate. I can see it on the bottom. So, real estate. R-E-A-L. Okay, that's the one. Put it here. No, not there. Go back up. Here. Okay. All right. Again, the whole thing, right? Okay. There it is, and I can recognize the name. So great. So I know that. So now I want to put this on, let's call it real-estate dot. Okay. So yeah, nothing there yet, but let's go do this. Individual installation. There we go. Real estate. Repository. Go get it. Not the SQL, the zip. And then get the SQL. Real eSQL. That'll work. Okay. Security key. Don't have one. Support add. Okay. Now, that's neat, isn't it? Think about it. And can we, once we take these things down, can we batch install them? Yeah. I mean, I took down that outdoor theme, and I took down this real estate theme. I can absolutely do what with them? I can batch install, okay? So I can put these up anywhere I want, and they come with their admin panel. So once I have them up, I or people I hire can go in here and do whatever needs to be done, okay? Like copywriting updates or whatever it is. I forget the password I used after all. And I can go actually take care of this stuff. So it's pretty cool, right? Oh, I think I know. Yeah, that's right. It was on the demo panel. So I actually took it down as a demo panel, which means I cannot adjust this one. Do work with your working files, not the demos. And it's only because on theme to HTML, we put demos, right? So for instance, this is a demo. So if you wanted to log in and take a look around and see what it looks like, you can do it. Go to /administrator and log in with demo. And the only problem with a demo, of course, is you can't do anything with it. You can't say make a change. You can look, you can try to change something, but yeah, it won't let you change anything, right? You're not allowed to do it. You can get the full version by clicking here, all right? It takes you to the order form, so you can do that, which is interesting because now I wonder if this will do it too. I believe so. That's kind of cool because it opens my mind to the idea of how do we set up our own files to do our own promotions in different places where you can allow people to download demos, and then still it links back to you to buy. Interesting concepts. The point is, when you have your own files, you can tweak them. When you do stuff with your own files, you can tweak them. Okay, make them work for you. Okay, because they're yours. There you go. So that is the create portable panel concept. Again, just to reiterate, I've been doing this with templates that we have and panels that we have. It's full-scale software. But if you do it with a forum or some other software, you can get a lot of software this way. You can download it from somewhere. You can upload it somewhere else. I am right now availing myself of all responsibility for things like theft. We did not build this tool to be theftish. It's not meant for you to steal anything. It is only meant to facilitate cloning or transferring, downloading and uploading, or just simply creating a backup. That was the original purpose for it. Because somebody will take, I'll give you an example, 14dayaffiliate.com. Okay, just taking a look at this, all right? You know what this is? The biking template, okay? And this guy put some real time and effort into it. Look at how cool this bar is, for instance, okay? With the image behind it, okay? And they put some real time into this thing, all right? Now, this is the biking template. Now, if he lost this and had to start over with a biking template, and for those who don't know what I mean, here's the biking template, mountainbiking.theme to html.com. Okay, just so you can see, this is the original, all right? Okay, very, very, very different situation, okay? And if you scroll down, it's a whole different world of stuff happening here on this particular page, right? But that's what he did. He started with this, changed the images, the color schemes, the logos, the content, right? Turned sections off, because all these sections can be flipped on or off. Okay, so you got just the sections he wanted. Okay, and he wound up with exactly this. Okay, simple, cool, neat, nice, looks great, does the job, right? So if he wanted to make sure he didn't lose this somehow, right, he would go and do the backup. And again, that's exactly how this would go. So for instance, I go create in the portable panel. I come to 14-day affiliate. I'm going to put up my transfers, create the backup, and that's it. There was no subdomain for him, so it's this simple to do, right? Now, another word. We also have software that allows us to expand the pages out and create lots and lots of pages. So it's very possible that he has created many pages on his site. So it's very possible that this is a very big download, because if those pages are in the root, this is backing them all up. It doesn't know the difference between the files, so it has to back them all up. I'm just curious. Oh, tell you what, I don't want to take down the whole website of 101,000 pages or index. That's kind of nuts, right? Let's just go ahead and bust off that thing, okay? We're just going to like literally kill it. We're just going to stop it. I think you guys get the point. That way you can save your work. And that's the original purpose of it. Save your work. And then also, if you have, it just also means that if you have resellers or anyone else, then you can upload to help your resellers out, do different things. And that's just awesome that you can, you can actually pull that off. Okay, guys, I hope you get the point. I'm going to go ahead and kill this recording. We're going to move on.